about 12 years ago, I was frustrated with a lot of different things in my life. And the main thing at the time I was frustrated with, the biggest out of all of my frustrations, was my social life. And my mentor, Gary Acevedo, said something that I come to understand as the word that he would use was, if you let spirit take control of your life, everything will just surpass your wildest imagination. And I was someone who was in control of everything in my life. Control freak comes to mind as a word that you might have used for me. So everything, I was making everything the way it was, and I'm a pretty powerful, smart individual, so I could go pretty far with that. But it hit a limit, and I was kind of frustrated overall, really, in my life. I was rewriting my entire life at this time. I was going through a midlife crisis, if you will. And I thought, gee, I wonder if I just stopped making something the way I want it to be, like, what will happen? So I chose to use my social life as an experiment. Okay, I'll keep control of all these other things, but my social life, I'll let go, because it's so shitty anyways. Like, it can't get any worse. I feel like I have no friends. There's nothing to do, like, on the weekends, and, like, whatever you think of. And I'm nourished by social interaction, so it's painful for me to not have a social life that is abundant. And so I let go, and sure enough, within like 9 months, I had the best social life of anyone I knew. And what I imagined would be just a fantastic social life, it just blew way past it. Like, what I imagined was way too small and way too limited. And I'm like, gee, wow, that's pretty crazy. I just let go of this, so to speak. And letting go is not just this totally passive thing. There's a little more to it. And so I started adding other things. Well, what if I put money into that category? What if I put my relationship with my kids into that category? What if I put my practice into that category? What if I put my health into that category, etc.? And needless to say, as beer leads to heroin, now I've let go of everything, and I've lived in this space for many, many years. One of the wonderful things about having let go of things is it's very low stress. I don't make my life any particular way. That's not my job. I don't see it as my job. My job is to listen attentively and act courageously. I see my sole job as an organism, as an entity, is to listen attentively and to act courageously. Now, what I'm listening to, when I'm listening attentively, we develop in Module 5. So Module 5 is all about what it is we're listening to. And I'm not going to go into that. But what I discovered years ago through this process is there is this, we all know about Aladdin. Brett was just talking about how much he likes the Disney movie Aladdin. And he was really trying to get me to watch it. I'm like, I'll just take your word for it. And is there they do magic carpet rides in the film? And it's kind of associated with Aladdin and so forth, right? That there really is a magic carpet ride in life. There really, really is. It's not like a woven piece of carpet you jump on and go. but there is that energy. And when we get on that magic carpet, life really becomes effortless. It becomes abundant. It becomes joyous. It becomes incredibly impactful. In gifting both to ourselves and to others. It's very healing. It's like the greatest secret in life is that this really exists. The precursor to it, or what has to be coupled with it, is a steadfast commitment to self-nourishment. No battery is going to run shit unless that battery's been charged. And I can't tell you how many people on this planet don't take time to charge their battery. And they're trying to run all these devices in their life on a dead battery. So many of you are doing that now. The reason we have added so much to the TBM curriculum is we found that I found as I've been teaching for years and years all over this planet in TBM, I'll go back and teach in France, or I'll go back and teach in Australia, or I'll go back and teach in Toronto or Chicago, and the stories I heard 3 years before, I don't have a great romantic relationship, I'm broke, my health sucks, and I have no fun. I come back a year later, my relationship sucks, I'm not healthy, I'm broke, and I have no fun. I come back a year later, I'm like, okay, something is not getting communicated here. And so I added Module 5, was the main thing behind that. Why I thought to add Module 5. I've got to help people understand how life works and how to get out of our own way. Because like what Megan was talking about with the Michelangelo, the sculpture of the angel, he just took away all the rock that wasn't the angel, and the angel was left behind. Well, the person that has to take all the stuff away from us is us, right? We're the ones that are in our own way, and we're the ones that have the power to peel things away. And that's, in essence, a lot of what Module 5 is about, and also so we can help our patients do the same thing. Because if they're in their own way, you're only going to get so far with their care. But the retreats, we found, the immersion experience, where you come in and nothing else is going on in life, but simply opening ourselves up to transformation, opening ourselves up to healing, opening ourselves up to shedding the parts of us that don't serve. We all know the best way to learn a foreign tongue is to go live where that's the only tongue that's spoke. So, language immersion. We all know this. What a lot of people don't understand, the best way to heal and to really adopt an approach to life that really works is go immerse yourself in an environment where that is the energy of it, and be in that environment and let it speak to you, let it change you, let it heal you, let it allow you to see farther and broader. So this Nourish retreat was really born when I purchased a jacket in Chicago. I put on this jacket, and the salesperson, she said to me, "That's a total Mick Jagger jacket." I'm like, "Mick Jagger? This is totally Bowie. This is not Jagger. This is Bowie." She's like, "Oh, I think of Jagger when you put that on." So I was kind of mad at her, because I never liked Jagger, and I'm like, that's kind of an insult. This is a nice jacket. Now I have to think of Jagger every time I wear this jacket. So I laughed with the jacket, and I'm like,
stop him from buying.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, she's just wrong. I thought, well, let's look into this thing. Well, I looked into it and found out that Bowie considered Jagger his mother. And you may not know this, but Jagger invented the rock star, like what you know as the flamboyant, somewhat, feminine, vocalist for rock bands. That was all invented by Jagger. And I'm like, okay, Jagger's pretty cool. Then all of a sudden, all I want to do is study Jagger, and that really hasn't stopped. I'm reading a second big thick biography right now. We went a couple years ago to go see the Rolling Stones, and between tickets and travel and hotel is about $2,000. And I'm in the airplane, we're flying down there, Megan and I. I'm like, this is so stupid. How am I going to get $2,000 worth of value out of like a 90-minute concert? This is, and I stopped. I'm like, okay, Kevin, you got yeses all along the way to do this. Like my carpet ride was taking me to this concert, okay? So I got yeses all the way along the way. And so I'm at the concert, and I'm watching this 73-year-old man run around looking like a kid in like second grade during recess. That's what Mick Jagger looked like. And there was nothing from his neck down that would suggest his body was any older than 14. And I kid you not, I have videos. We got up really close, like 10 feet away, and videoed him, and I'll show you. There's nothing. He was dancing, and on average, he runs 12 miles during a concert. He has a stage that goes way out in the audience in 3 directions, and he's constantly running. He's dancing and singing for 90 minutes to 2.5 hours. And he's 73. And the whole tour rests on his shoulders. This is a multi-billion-dollar operation. It started in San Diego, included all of the Americas, ended with a free concert in Cuba like almost a year later. Constant tour.
That was Brazil.
No, Cuba is where it ended with a free concert with like 1 million people, something like that. And it all rests on his shoulders. And I'm like, look at him. He is so youthful, so alive, so vibrant, having so much fun, so free, so open, so fluid. And he's doing that with this band, a bunch of old guys who all hate each other. And he gets them to play year after year after year, and they go around the world and they do this. And it's Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones. In 1969, Mick Jagger took the reins of the Rolling Stones. And ever since then, it's really been Mick and the boys. Sorry, Keith, I know that pisses you off, but that's the reality of it. So I'm like, how does he do that? And I realized in that moment, Mick Jagger is a master at nourishment. He is a master at nourishing himself. And so when he has to give what it takes to hold the band together, he has to give what it takes to do a tour, give what it takes to be a father, etc. He has it to give. He is abundant because he's nourished. And so since that time, I've really been looking at nourishment and focusing and realizing where I was doing well in my life with nourishment, and also looking at areas where I could do better. And the curriculum of this retreat is it's designed to take you from wherever you're at and put you solidly on a path where you will become a master at nourishing yourself. So, if you'll turn to just the second page of this, I'm just going to read through the sessions with you. Session 1, Nourishing Self-Image, Part 1. How and why your view of self orients your life trajectory towards one of overall, some of you need some time to get it still. You want to look at it with Brett?
Yeah, you have mine.
I do?
You do.
Okay. Great. Everyone there? All right. Session 1, Nourishing Self-Image, Part 1. How and why your view of self orients your life trajectory towards one of overall depletion or one of cumulative nourishment. Not only for you, but also those you influence. Session 2, Nourishing Self-Image, Part 2. How to develop a view of self that inspires your thoughts, motivates your heart, and leads you to be your own best friend throughout life. Session 3, Nourishing Bodies, Part 1. How and why your body requires nourishment on a biochemical as well as a psychological level. How and why your inherent design drives you to both deplete and nourish yourself. And how to achieve harmony between these two forces. Session 4, Nourishing Bodies, Part 2. How to care for your body and mind so they will vibrantly sustain you throughout your entire life journey. Session 5, Nourishing Romantic Life. How to experience long-term, committed relationships that don't result in depletion and confinement, but instead express a high level of productive corroboration and enduring passion. That's one Megan and I have had a chance to work on a lot and tune into, and we're excited to share with you what we've been learning. Session 6, Nourishing Finances. How to live in a space where all the world's resources are available to you, both for fueling your mission and filling your life with play and beauty. Something that I've learned, if you haven't learned this yet, I'm going to plant this seed. Money has never stopped anyone from anything. Money has never stopped you from doing anything. It's never stopped anyone from doing anything. The only one that can stop us from doing something is us. Session 7, Nourishing Career. How to approach work life in a way that never leads to burnout, but instead complements your life mission and provides abundant resources for exploration and play. Session 8, Nourishing Family. How to parent, be a sibling, and a child to your own parents in a way that activates family life as a source of power, joy, and support. Session 9, Nourishing Social Life. How to develop and maintain friendships that provide ongoing support, healing, and clarity in our lives. Session 10, Nourishing Infinitely. How to establish and maintain a perpetual and reciprocally nourishing relationship with all humankind, which in turn provides an ever-increasing reservoir of power for the fulfillment of your life's deepest yearnings and farthest reaching dreams. Now, I don't know how pie in the sky this list appears to you, but it's my reality. It's the reality that I live in. And it's a reality more and more, and perhaps Megan would say it's a reality that she lives in. And the water is really warm. And we would love you to come jump in this water and experience it. This September in Châteauneuf-du-Pape, France. One of the most nourishing little patches of earth on this planet. The place where we're conducting the conference is literally in a vineyard. We're surrounded by fields of grapes, if you call, vineyards, all around us. Behind us is the Rhone River. We're going to do excursions into the village. We're going to go to a farmer's market that's about a 45-minute drive. We're going to drink wine. We're going to learn how to appreciate wine with yours truly as the amateur self-taught sommelier. And give yourself this gift. This is not just a trip to Europe. This is going to provide a memory for a lifetime. This will be a trip to Europe that will feed you for a lifetime.